As we continue to solve quadratic equations, we notice that a lot of the equations look similar, but the way our answers turn out are very different. You need to develop a method that you always use so that you can consistently perform the right steps. For this particular quadratic equation, I'm once again going to try to solve by factoring. That means that I need 0 on one side, which I already have, and then I'm going to try to factor the left-hand side. We notice here that a factor of 3 is shared by both of those terms. So we will factor a 3 out. I'd be left with x squared plus 7, and then we'd have the 0 still on the right side. 3 is just a constant, so I don't need to do anything with that, but I do need to set the x squared plus 7 equal to 0. Because I have a squared term only and a constant term, then I need to subtract the constant term over. So we would have x squared equals -7. We would then take the square root of both sides to eliminate the square. Remember to put a plus and minus on the right side when you take the root. On the left side, the square and the root cancel. That would leave me with x. And then on the right side, I would have plus and minus. And then remember from an earlier topic that if you take a square root of a negative number, then you're going to have an imaginary answer. 7 we notice is a prime number, so we can't do anything as far as the square root of the 7, but we can take the square root of the negative, so that means that an I would come out from under the root, and so I'd have plus and minus I roots of 7. Online, the way it's written, you'd have the x equals, and then in your answer box you would want to type I square roots of 7, comma, negative I square roots of 7. It doesn't matter online if you write square root of 7I versus I square roots of 7, but do you see if you write it I square roots of 7, there is no question but what the I is on the outside of the root. Sometimes when students write square root of 7I, the root symbol extends out. And you can see that we don't intend for the root to extend over the I and the I to be underneath, but sometimes that's what happens. And so that's the reason I will always write the imaginary part first. But online, it doesn't matter which way you enter your answer.